In the same way, a criminal is incentivized to kidnap the son or daughter of wealthy parents, the serpent's assault on Adam and Eve was a direct attack against God himself. He kidnapped and hijacked Adam and Eve's minds in order to throw the entire colony of earth into rebellion. And we are all a part of that war. The serpent's goal is to destroy God's kingdom. So he continues his assault on God's throne by releasing a virus into the mind of Adam. This book is a field guide to help you win the battle taking place in the trenches of your mind, to regain control over rogue thoughts so the kingdom of heaven can be firmly established on earth. The dominion you experience over your mind directly correlates to the dominion heaven has on this planet. Your thought life will either be host to the terrorist cells of the serpent or claimed as an instrument of righteousness that God can mobilize for his purposes. You will either be brainwashed by the serpent's secular agenda or brainwashed in the blood of the Lamb. There is no neutral territory. You may currently view your mind as your private property. You may believe that the thoughts you entertain have no effects on others. You may have downloaded this audiobook for self-help or self-improvement. But the truth of the matter is that our minds are valuable real estate, and the King is constantly giving us opportunities to surrender them to him so they can be available for his use. The serpent, though, desperately wants to privatize your mind. And the over-individualization of our culture is part of his scheme to push our species towards independence, insecurity, and isolation. That's why we must unconditionally surrender our minds to God instead of using them to oppose his rule. The never-ending fall. The realness of Michelangelo's creation of Adam matches the painful images of the fall of Adam and Eve. Adam and his bride were deceived by the serpent and ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The Bible describes what follows as the fall of humankind. Canyons were hollowed out as these first people fell to the ground. The flat earth beneath them cracked as the weight of glory crashed and crumbled. God's mirrored image imploded and shattered within them like 1,000 glass windows on the surface of a skyscraper. The sound of Adam's knee hitting the garden floor echoed throughout creation like thunder. Their physical fall, however, was only a reflection of their mental collapse. Their brilliance was darkened. Their intelligence was muted. Their understanding faded, and their genius disintegrated. The Apostle Paul taught the Roman Church that when humanity refuses to acknowledge God as the creator and king, our thinking is directly affected by that choice. Like a lamp that isn't connected to a source of electricity, our minds are dark without the light of God. The same pattern we find with Adam and Eve is clearly at work with all people. Paul wrote, although they knew God, they neither glorified him as God, nor gave thanks to him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools. Romans chapter 1, verse 21 to 22. In a quest to gain worldly understanding, these humans ended up destroying the very minds they sought to enhance. Unfortunately, many of us have embarked on this same journey of self-improvement. Many of us are also operating with the fallen and debased mind of Adam. Every mental stronghold you may have experienced in your lifetime is the direct result of Adam and Eve's fall from glory. We can live in the caverns and dark caves carved out by their fall, or we can ascend the mountain of the Lord and adopt his thoughts and his mind. This book is for all the hitchhikers trying to leave the deserted minds of Adam and Eve behind. iOS, the mind of Christ. Years ago, I visited an Apple store.